Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night from wherever you are around the world. I am decisive Pair. Welcome to another cast from Nomadium 4. Today we're going to be watching LAT Legioneros versus Rage. This is an exciting matchup, and you can see here I've updated the graphic. Hopefully it's a little bit more clear. Bans. You can see that LAT, they can't pick Lakota, Inca, Indians, or Chinese. And Rage can't pick Lakota, Inca, Nubians, or Spanish. So those are the bans. Hopefully this is a little bit more clear, the graphic. I wanted to keep the nations that each team can't pick on the same side to make it more clear. But hopefully that makes sense to everybody. And feel free to let me know if you have any more feedback about graphics. You know, I'm happy to make any changes in order for people to help understand things and for it to be more clear for viewers and such. I know also there's a lot of language barriers and the like, so I really appreciate you guys coming in to the chat and saying hello. Hey everyone, how's it going? See a couple folks in the chat. How are you doing? All right, well, without further ado, let's get into it. So today we've got LAT Legioneros versus Rage. This is one of the LAT teams against Rage. Rage is a team of many folks. I'm going to shout out two in particular. One is Emerald Mage, who's one of the tournament organizers. Thank you very much, Emerald Mage. Big shout out to you for being one of the tournament organizers and putting in all that work for helping organize the tournament. And then also, of course, I want to shout out James Webb, who is I think is the top donor of Nomadium 4. Speaking of which, Nomadium 4 donations are open. I think they're the donation link is open in the description. So go ahead and check that out. Feel free to donate if you're feeling generous and you have the funds to spare. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for everybody who's donated thus far, especially a big shout out to you, James Webb. All right, well, let's get into the game. So this is LAT Legioneros versus Rage. I'm gonna pull it up. 1 second. This button. Yes. Ready. There we go. Had my sound muted. Right. Welcome to game number 1, guys. So this is game number 1 of LAT Legioneros versus Rage. Let's take a look at the players and their nations. On the side of Rage, we've got Emerald Mage playing Iroquois, Nuts playing Japanese, and Red Wizard playing Persians. On the other side, we've got, on the side of LAT Legioneros, we've got Doko playing Bantu, playing for fun, playing Japanese, not for fun, Strange playing Persians. Alright, so very interesting picks here. I believe, if I remember correctly, that LAT couldn't pick Indians, but the other side did, and I'm curious why the choice was Persians over Indians. I think generally people see the Indians as a stronger nation in general. No surprise on the Bantu pick. Bantu is an excellent pick on this map. Iroquois is also pretty solid. Both of these nations are actually quite similar in terms of their early game impact. Most of the time you're going to have infantry that are running around very quickly around the map. I'm going to have a nice quick start and going to pressure your opponents. Bantu kind of have the advantage of being better in the late game because they have, they don't really have a population cap, essentially. No surprise on double Japanese picks. Japanese is one of the best tier 1 nations, one of the fastest, and we've seen it picked a ton for a reason. Very interesting here. We've got, so this is Sahara. This is the first map of the qualifiers. Every single qualifier match needs to start in Sahara. Let's take a look at where the players have spawned, where they've chosen to build their cities. So on the top side, let's go ahead and start. We've got LAT Strange, the blue Persian player in the top rightish corner. Their teammate, the white Bantu player, this is Goko. And in the center, having run all of these citizens over, is LAT playing for fun, the light blue Japanese player. Right across from them, literally right next to them, is Nuts, the purple Japanese player, also chose to run for the center. And note, they're split up here. You can see like their two nations are. Oh wait, I forgot I have a. Hold on, guys. Ah, I forgot. I bought a new mouse, so it's quiet. So can you hear this clicking? I bet you can't hear the clicking. Can you hear it even when I'm talking? Amazing. All right. Anyways, back to the game. So, oh gosh, what's happening? Oh. Apologies, folks. I don't know what happened. Okay, we're back. All right, I had a pop-up on my desktop for some reason that closed out of Ron. All right, so Nuts, the purple Japanese player, facing off against LAT playing for fun. Notably, they're separated from their teams because you can see here the other members of Rage. This is Red Wizard, the red Persian player. Nice to see that they're red. And the Emerald Mage, the green Iroquois player. Nice to see that they're green. Both these Japanese players are separated from their team. You can see that playing for fun is closer to Emerald Mage and Wizard than either of their teammates. And similarly, Nuts is closer to Strange and Doko than any of their teammates. So I honestly could see like a straight military 1 in this situation. Like if you're this close to your opponent, you might actually really be able to cause some damage, especially if they have an exposed wood camp. In this case, like playing for fun has a bit more of an exposed wood camp than Nuts does. Nuts' wood camp is much closer to the city. Let's take a look at ruin bonuses here. Looks like LAT are ahead in the playing board. Nuts has 0 ruins, notably. That's going to slow his start quite significantly. And then you can see Range and Playing for Fun are leading by far. So I think LAT are going to have an early lead in this, especially considering Playing for Fun built their city very early compared to Nuts. You can see the library is finished. Probably is going to go for Military 1, given that they've been saving up for Commerce 1, whereas Nuts is a little bit further behind, doesn't quite have the library finished. And we do see a straight Military 1 coming from Playing for Fun. This is very uncommon to see. This is like an extremely all-in move. But sometimes if you're close to your opponent and you mill 1 before they do, they might be cooked. And you can see in here, Nuts is still 90, maybe like 80-ish gold off food 1, or off food for Military 1. And if the barracks gets denied, that's going to be a big problem. Let's see if Nuts is able to sniff out the barracks that's gone down here. Wisely scouting with a citizen. And probably, it looks like they're also saving food for Military 1. This is looking to be an exciting game. This is part of the reason why we selected Sahara to be the very first map of the tournament. And it looks like Nuts has scouted the barracks, pinging it out immediately, and is going to go for Military 1 right now. Let's see. We can see Playing for Fun is already built the first bushy. Sorry, Ashigaru Spearman, my bad. And is going to make a bowman. Let's take a look at the other players' tech trees. We can see Commerce 1 for Mage and Playing for Fun. You can see that and Strange. You can see that on the bottom right. And Red Wizard has chosen to go for Civic 1. This is not super uncommon for Persian players. And we do see the raids begin. Let's take a look at Nuts' micro here, trying to keep these civilians safe. Is going to go for a barracks in the back, which Playing for Fun is not scouted, obviously. And the bowman is out. Are there more units being made? No, it looks like Commerce 1. So it's just going to be the heavy infantry and the bowman to kind of try and do damage. Does scout the barracks now for Playing for Fun. And they immediately ping it out. Let's take a look. We do see multiple citizens, 4 citizens going over, and Doko has gone for a straight Military 1 as well. Going to try and deny this barracks, which is about to get denied. Oh no, what a disaster for Nuts. The barracks wasn't built far back enough, and I mean, against Japanese heavy infantry, this is extremely bad for Nuts. Bowmen and archers out, plus 4 citizens. Will this barracks finish? I don't think they were close. He's going to build a backup barracks right there in front. He's probably going to lose a bunch of citizens here. This is a big investment, though, for the side of LAT. I mean, double Military 1, 2 units each, and big investment here to try and slow down Nuts. This barracks is getting abandoned, and a second barracks is being built in the center. Let's see, we see Emerald Mage has also gone for military. the Iroquois player sent out units already and has begun raids on Nara on Playing for Fun's capital. Oh my gosh, this barracks is getting denied too. Oh, what a disaster for Nuts. Probably should have been more far south, but against these Japanese infantry, oh, it is going up the percentage very slowly. Citizens are still fairly high health. It looks like this barracks is actually going to finish. Just in time. Nuts has lost a lot of eco, obviously, but a bowman is on the way. We can see here the Iroquois player starting to do some damage to Playing for Fun. There's a lot of chaos going on this game. Nuts still has basically all citizens garrisoned. Can't really do much aside from just make a bowman and slowly try and heal up. You can see a mage is getting driven away. And it seems like LAT have taken an early lead thus far in this chaotic first couple of minutes of the game. Can Mage save this Archer? No, he can't. Archer's down. Oh, my friends, there's so much action, but I really need to see what rares are there. Let's take a look at the rares of each team. We can see Marble, Obsidian, Citrus. There's a silver in the corner for Rage, Team Rage there. Spice, Bison, Wine, Cotton. A bunch of unprotected rares. There's diamonds and a die in the back. Cotton, Salt. At the top of the map, there's a Sugar, plus a Furs and Peacocks for LAT, as well as a Pappy and a Silk. Yeah, I think LAT have the slightly better rares, especially considering it's way more easily defendable. And it looks like the chaos is over for the time being. Nuts is actually going to go for Civic 1 over Commerce 1. Very interesting choice there. And you can see here, LAT have taken an early lead. If you look at Nuts' score, his score is down in the dumps. I'm actually a little surprised he didn't Commerce 1. I feel like Commerce is covered from here. But, we do see a tower going down for Playing for Fun, and Red Wizard has made a barracks, but is going to get driven away by a few units. We do see a second city coming out from Playing for Fun. Interesting choice, I think. I mean, it's a little tricky, obviously, like where you put your second city, and here Nuts is putting their second city there. Very interesting choices for both players to put these cities here. I think it makes sense for both players. Basically, you're trying to build towards your team, so it's easier to reinforce. You know, you're not running through the enemy's territory to try and reinforce. And, yeah, I mean, if you look at everybody's tech trees, Strange has gone for double science with Pappy, skipped military completely, and their economy is extremely well. They're using silver as well. Oh, I guess there's rares over here. There's diamonds, there's tobacco, there's relics. What are they using? Second silver. Sugar. Oh, there is a second silver. There's a second silver. This one is right above LAT. And so LAT clearly have the better rares, and they are leading by quite a bit. Nuts is score is completely in the dumps, and unfortunately, this camp is really hard to defend. His bowman is low HP, so he can't even fight back super well against the forces of Doko here. And here we see another raid coming from Play for Fun. I mean, Nuts is in a lot of trouble. Can teammates help out? No. We see Red Wizard going for Civic 2. Definitely a greedy move given the situation here. Doesn't have that second city thrown down yet. See what Old Mage is up. Built a second city in the back here for another wood camp. Is doing very well, and we do see some click up aging. We see Range going for classical age, as well as Mage going for classical age. Oh, this is a very exciting game. We'll have to see what's going to happen. I think LAT clearly have the advantage, right? You can see they're almost 100 points up on score, and Nuts is still only now building a barracks, while Strange has upgraded to classical age. See a Senate being thrown down. I am curious if we see any players going for Despot. I think with Strange having Science 2, he's probably going to go for a Senator, but we'll have to see. Some light raids on the top side. We can Normal Mage doing a good job of using those couple of units they made earlier to snipe some merchants. If we take a quick look at the kill counts here, Doko and Playing for Fun have dealt quite a bit of damage. Same with Emerald Mage, but you can see Nuts has taken the most damage and obviously has the lowest score as a result. Some raids over here on this side. Playing for Fun, kind of moving his units back and forth. Looks like Nuts will age eventually. he's quite far. Everybody else is pretty close. You can see Playing for Fun has also picked up for civic or possible aid. Looks like everybody is aging up. Nuts is unfortunately a little further behind. Merchants being sent out. Very exciting game, folks. I mean, there's so much action. We do see a second tower being thrown down by Playing for Fun. This one is in range, I believe, of the library. I mean, the library, not the end of the world to lose. But we do see an elephant raid coming from Strange as well as Senator. We saw what elephant raids could do against a player without their Senator, and that still hasn't even picked up to age. So it is looking extremely bad. Looks like Strange is not going to micro the elephant towards the city, is instead going to go for this merchant. Nuts has chosen to make a unit over aging faster. I don't know if this is the best choice. I mean, slowing down your age even more for heavy infantry not really known for defending themselves super well. Can Red Wizard help out? Red Wizard has a Senate, but has the resources for Senator, but hasn't researched it yet. More raids coming in. The tower is finished. It's going to start hitting there. We do see Emerald Mage beginning to attack Playing for Fun with this nice little army raid. Units can get away. I'm surprised these units haven't healed. Maybe they ran in. Let's see with the micro here. With a single light horse, able to chase away these bowmen. See if he can get the kill or if he can save it. Oh, he does take out that bowman. That's a big loss. Lots of action here early on. Let's take a look back where that elephant is. On the bottom side, I don't know if I like this elephant up here. Oh, we do see a despot from this from the other Persian player, and I think he's going to regret that immediately as he sees this elephant. Yikes! No Senator means this elephant is able to have free reign. Oh my gosh, guys. This is quite the exciting game. I'm trying my best to keep up with everything. Nuts is finally aging. We do see Senator from Strange here. We do see Mage is building production very forward. I'm expecting, I think, given this situation, given how far Nuts is behind, Nuts does have a single tower, but against cavalry, is not looking so hot. I really think, this Despot, even though it's pretty bad against a single elephant raid, it is kind of what they need in this case. They need to triple Playing for Fun here, because Nuts actually has a better defended position. I mean, he has kind of like this back area. If he researches attrition, they actually can't siege it for super long. We do see here, this is the reason why Strange has gone for that second city. You see a raid here coming from Doko on silver. That's a nice raid from him. Did Red Wizard pull that elephant? No, he did not. Okay. We do see units being made for Strange. Honestly, the economy could be better. Trying to get that food income up to 150. We finally do see the Senate for Nuts. Nuts still very much struggling, basically getting tripled this game. Let's see. We see a lot of units for Red Wizard. This military, and we do see a military too. So double Despot for the side of Rage. They are pretty all in here. They're two players with untouched ecos, have sacrificed their ecos for the attack here. And honestly, this is a pretty slow attack, I would say. I mean, it's 14 minutes. There's no catapults here. I'm not really feeling it. We do see Playing for Fun is scouting over there. Gonna have some unit upgrades. And honestly, I expect with the power of silver, I think Strange is gonna age to medieval before they can even take a single city. We can see his third tower going up for Playing for Fun. Nuts is still struggling a ton. Gonna go for Senator. A wise choice there. A surprise. And has somewhat recovered. Still doing low on the score because of a lot of the unit kills. I would love to see a second tower somewhere, as well as a temple if possible, but I understand Nuts is for the reason. We can see a tower and lookup being thrown for Strange. I also like to see production being built here for Strange. Yeah, this is a hectic game. We'll have to see if Rage can make anything happen here against the city of Nara, which is already really heavily fortified. Catapults finally being built, triple catapults for Red Wizard, and the attack has begun. They're gonna double they're gonna double playing for fun here. We do see Doko has a couple units in top city over there. They're gonna pressure and deny this tower, and that's all he has to do is basically help keep them alive, because this army is really, really far. Very hard to reinforce. There are a ton of towers here, so but this is a big army from Rage. Let's see if this tactic pays off. We do see a few units from Doko kind of grinding down just a few. Playing for Fun's production is being camped right now. Militia being upgraded, attrition being upgraded. They have a senator? Who's a senator? I guess there's no bribes going down the elephant. On the other side, we do see Strange is starting to pick off Nuts' weaker units, and we do see the city is being sieged. Militia is researched. See, there's a fair bit of militia here for the side of playing for fun, but he's losing a lot of units. Gonna be very close. The double Despot is really doing some work here. Attrition about to be researched, but against Despot, and it looks like Emerald Mage is going to take the capital of Nara. This is a big swing for the side of Rage. If they can hold this city for 5 minutes, which looks a little hard. I mean, there's so many militia being poured in right now against only archers, basically. No more heavy infantry left over aside from if they can hold this city, which I immediately, as I say that, they lose the city, and this will be something. But we do see all these militia being pulled, and we see Nuts also now reinforcing. It's a triple here, triple combat, and we do see Red Wizard beginning to pull back a little bit. Nuts really needs a single catapult to take out this tower, and he really needs this time to recover for himself. Does look like Playing for Fun's economy is in shambles. He has 7 militia. Catapults are starting to get attacked. If they can take out this tower, maybe they can take the city back. A crazy battle here. We do see Strange is aging. Unfortunately, non-Indian players won't be able to get the free elephant upgrade. But these elephants are quite strong, and they're doing quite a number. I mean, you can't bribe these elephants to draw on enemy territory, and it does look like they're going to be retreating here on the side of Rage, which is a big loss for them. They're going to be forced back. I mean, they did do a lot of damage to Playing for Fun. A raid here by Nuts with that single heavy infantry. Going to sneak over and try and. Nuts is going to lose some units to this tower burning him. Fortunately, it comes a little late. We do see a catapult this tower here on the bottom side. And this is the advantage of territory. You know, LAT is, even though they have the lead, I would say overall, Nuts is in a better location. You can see the trees and his buildings have naturally protected him, whereas Nara is much more. And so that's really hindering the side of LAT mounting a defense. It's what's keeping Rage in this game. Looks like Emerald Mage got that cap sack. Is he just gonna make more units? Oh my god, that's so many heavy cavalry. Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna make more units. They're gonna wait until they're aged up to age 4 and go ahead and make an attack there. We do see attrition beginning to burn Playing for Fun, or sorry, Strange's army, but Flywagon comes out. 5 crossbowmen for Playing for Fun against Nuts here. I really think he needs to raise this Senate. I think he should have done it a while ago, so yeah, we do see on the top side, they finally killed that heavy infantry. And looks like they retreated from sieging the tower. I'm not really sure why. I don't think they're on the side of LAT. They have any intention of defending that. And I think we're about to see a repeat of what happened here at Nara very soon. I mean, Kyoto is beginning to get sieged by triple catapult, about to be triple trebuchet. No temple in sight, just a single tower. I think Nuts may die here. He's going to go for a ton of research. His library's finished up, and he's going to remake his production on the bottom side. Playing for Fun's economy is somewhat recovered, has quite a bit more citizens now. I would love to see Rage attack again, and they are going for it now. A little on the late side, aging up for Emerald Mage, and does Nuts even have Militia? Yes, he does. You see Strange pushing forward. Honestly, with Militia, you can take out all these crossbows, and he's going to move in. I would love to see a forced march from him to try and clean up some of these crossbows. This is one of the best trades you're going to get. So much food available. Holding the city for now. You see Red Wizard is now making the push on the bottom side. And let's see, what is Emerald Mage up to? Emerald Mage was on an army raid, it looks like, and is now coming back. All these crossbows, he just force marches them forward on aggressive. I think he can take out quite a few of them. Senator got sniped, I think. This is quite a close game, folks. Very excited to see what happens. The tower is getting sieged here. These crossbowmen are still untouched. Most of these militia are not moved to the city. Nuts trying to keep himself alive. And militia being told for playing for fun, burning in the attrition. Can he take this capital? It would be huge for his economy. Doku's going to throw up hanging gardens in the backside. Yes, he does take that city, and he's going to be able to get that cap sack. Nuts' army is in shambles. And the side of can Rage do something? They've been kind of sitting on their butts for quite a while. They need to take the city of Nara because Nuts is going to die very quickly if they don't do anything. Playing for Fun does literally have nothing, so if they can take the city, I think if they have a still, even if they trade here, even if what do you call it? Even if Rage even if Nuts dies and Playing for Fun dies, I think LAT still have the advantage. I mean, it's, I believe it's, yeah, it's Senator on both sides for LAT, and I think they've gone double wonder here. So they need to keep Nuts alive, and they need to kill Playing for Fun. So we'll have to see. Playing for Fun does have a bunch of resources banked. Is going to lose the city, Nara, to Emerald Mage once again. 5-minute timer, though. LAT are quite ahead. And now with the city of Kyoto taken, Strange is able to reinforce immediately. Again, I really think Rage had a reasonable advantage here in the moment. They should have attacked when Nuts was getting sieged, or come to Nuts' age. They should have done one of the above. Nuts does not have enough resources for anything. He's going to die very soon, and he can't really do anything with this. I'd love to see him just bring his troops to Nara, just try and solidify this city. Playing for Fun's production is currently stuck there. I would love to see them. Oh yeah, see, we do see Emerald Mage beginning to siege the second city. If he takes this city, Playing for Fun is dead. He's going to die straight up. And I think that's what they realized. Would like to see Nuts build another city just to make sure he survives. Obviously, there's no resource. And yeah, Emerald Mage points out that, yeah, we can just take this top city and then Playing for Fun will be dead. Does Playing for Fun have another city? I don't know. I don't see anything. Yeah, I mean, can Rage eliminate Playing for Fun? Can they eliminate a member? No, where's the other? Oh, they captured Kyoto! Oh my gosh! Playing for Fun is surviving because they kept the city of Kyoto. Oh my gosh, what a crazy turn of events. I thought they were dead for sure, but no, that city is what's keeping them alive, and this is going to be the crucial city of the game, Kyoto. If LAT can hold onto the city for 2 minutes, they've not only... They will be able to keep their hopes and dreams alive of winning this game, and on the side of Rage, I mean, it's all or nothing. They have to take this city. They have 2 minutes. They have 2 minutes to take the city, and they have to. This is their only possibility, only way to win this game. They have to eliminate Playing for Fun and keep Nuts alive. Nuts, with basically 0 eco, he's built a second city in the back just in case. And Playing for Fun has 11 population. I think that's 6 citizens and like some merchants, and that's about it. They're gonna clean up those buildings here. And we do see LAT is trying to reinforce the city of Kyoto as much as they can, building temples. We do see both Wonders finishing up for LAT, Doko with Hanging Gardens, and Strange going for Colossus. Massive army here for Red Wizard. They need to take this city right now. They need to start sieging it right now. They have 1 minute left. If they can't take this city, it's going to be over. I actually would like to see them pull militia here. They can keep Nuts alive. They maybe stand a chance 2v3 because their economies are down. Game is very, very close. You see them begin sieging. 50 seconds left on the clock. 50 seconds. Can LAT hold? A massive battle here. This is a full 3v3, folks. You see a single tower, a lookout, temple finished, barracks finishing up, and Playing for Fun is dead. Playing for Fun gets eliminated, Nuts' capital is retaken. What a crazy turn of events. They're still in this game, LAT, though. They are fighting a 2v3. They might be able to win this still. They are way ahead in the economy. Both the other side have a senator. What are they going to do? What's their plan? Nuts has taken their city back. This is a crazy game, guys. And LAT is gonna retreat. Oh my gosh, okay. Wow. I was not expecting that to happen. This is a crazy game. I think still, do LAT have the advantage? I mean, obviously they're a player down, but this is one of those rare cases where even though you're a player down, you're not, the game is not over, I think. I think definitely not over. LAT definitely still have a chance in this. They just need to age up and attack with a strong gunpowder army and take out Nuts, because they have both Wonders. They both have really good classical age Wonders, both Colossus and Hanging Gardens. I would love to see at this point, I would love to see Rage pick up pyramids for themselves, although I think that's probably best served for Nuts, given he really needs to recover. He just needs to not make anything. Doing actually okay in the food economy, but he really needs to make more units, cover his economy. You see some raids here in the back. Nuts sneaking over a heavy infantry. If you don't have that many units, you might as well sneak over a heavy infantry, cause some damage in the back. And all right, let's see. Let's take a look. The action has paused for the moment. Game is still going despite a 2v3. LAT are still leading in score somehow because Nuts was dying so much. Yeah, let's see what'll happen this game. We do see Science 3 being researched for Strange. I'm actually a little bit surprised that their economies aren't doing better, but their tech is not doing that better. But I assume that's because they were just kind of pouring units. It's the craziness of this game. You see a lot of crossbows here for Doko, and this heavy infantry being from Nuts very, very annoying. And they are going to... Nuts is finally going to raise this Senate. Finally is going to raise it. And maybe we'll be able to build a city in the back. Yeah, if you're in this situation, if you're in LAT's position, like I think you have two moves. Either you wait for Gunpowder Age and then make your attack with Monarchy and maybe armor, or you start sieging now and try and trade out any of your crossbows. I mean, Doko has 10 crossbows, and these units, I mean, crossbows are great against a lower tech army and can be good in medieval age, but once you get gunpowder, you really want to make the arquebusiers, and I would love to see them try and make use of these units. On the side of Rage, given that they're both Despot, I think I would like to see them still make some moves. They have a larger army at the moment. It's going to be smaller. And we do see Red Wizard is aging up now. I would love to see them use their advantage. They have 3 players. They should really attack these rares in the back, especially Sugar Horses and that Wood Camp. That's had an early raid as well. We do see here, Range has said, okay, let's just start making a move. I have 3 catapults. Might as well make an attack. And they're going to begin sieging at Kyoto once more. Nuts is really down in the dumps in economy. I actually, funnily enough, I actually would like to see him raise everything just to get that bonus and build his eco somewhere else. Because he is going to get pressured a lot. Here we see LAT pressing on the city of Kyoto once more. How is this game still going, guys? It's a 2v3 and it feels like LAT are ahead. Okay, we do see Military 3 finished up for the Blue Persians player. Military 3 finished up for the Bantu player as well. Honestly, their population is not doing amazing. They've got tactics armor coming. We see
both armies, both Red Wizard and Emerald Mage's armies settled there, and we do see Nuts attacking that top area, and this is a sneaky move from Emerald Mage, gonna bring his entire army over to Yoko's eco, gonna cause some damage. This is probably gonna mean Kyoto's sacked. I think Nuts is kind of sacked here, but they're using the fact that the LAT have to keep both armies here if they want to make any progress. And yeah, Emerald Mage is gonna take this city handily in Gombe. And Kyoto's still not taken. I mean, they can't make any pressure because they don't have any real cavalry on the side of LAT. You can see Goko's units have been burning in attrition for a while. They are going to retreat. If Emerald Mage can take the city and just cause a little bit more damage, and I think they're super happy with how that went. You can raise some buildings, and they pushed away the attack from LAT. Still, that's not going to solve their gunpowder age problem. You can see Strange is going to age up soon, as is Doko. Doko is closer. By losing that city, this is a thick army raid, and they're going to take the... How did this get taken back? I guess they have the tower sometime. But Mage is going to retreat. Let's take a look at the knowledge incomes. Obviously Nuts is struggling, but... see plus 62 for Red Wizard and plus 140 for Emerald Mage. They're actually going to start pushing on this side. Very interesting. This is a huge army for Red Wizard. And so it kind of makes sense. I would love to see him make some more scholars. He has plus 110 wealth income, and I don't think he's going to take the city. I think he just needs to raid these units out, especially the crossbowmen for Strange ages up. You see an army raid here from Nuts, taking advantage of no attrition for the other player. They're going to deny silver from LAT, which is a big deal. I mean, you briefly pop it out. Well, this merchant isn't even on silver, and Emerald Mage is going to start pyramids, going science 1 as well. Emerald Mage might be the next one to age up to gunpowder on the side of kind of rage. Take a look at Nuts' economy. Nuts is kind of recovering. You can see, mostly focusing on microing units. I would love to see just like literally an infinite queue of citizens. We do see some miss micro here. Emerald Mage's Trebuchet is very forward and is going to have to against a slightly superior army of Dokos. And we see here, Strange is going to start attacking 7 spies who Rage have a scout, a single scout. And spies immediately start bribing, and he's gonna have to retreat. He's forced back. These spies are super good against elephants. Spies are now visible. How many elephants is he going to lose? He's going to lose both his trebuchets. His senator is getting bribed right now. And he's going to retreat. All those spies, no explorer for Red Wizard means he's going to lose a lot of units here. You can see Nuts is also back. And Doko's just kind of keeping age off of his army. And Doko is now aging. It looks like LAT have swung the advantage back in. Red Wizard, unfortunately, going for that aggressive play did not really work out, and you need to heal these units immediately, make some scouts. Nuts is finally now aging. He's obviously losing a lot of economy just getting in here. I would like to see him raise these farms here. Apologies, folks, just checking something. We see a fort being thrown up by Nuts. Is this going to get denied by the side of Strange? I'm not entirely sure. So many citizens building it. This fort is also forward. It's on the wrong side. He's going to send some citizens over. 77, 78. Doko is aging and Nuts is aging. Nuts says, oh shoot, I actually can't hold this city. He's going to back off. And Doko has aged now to age 4. Still, I feel like LAT are in the lead. They still technically have the point lead, and Nuts, he really just needs to stay alive and try and they really, on the side of Rage, they really need to just try and stay alive and make sure they don't die to the technologically advanced technologically advanced LAT players. Let's take a look. How close is Strange is still a little bit away. He's like literally there. He's about to click up. And they're going to back up on LAT. They're going to back up and kind of recover and upgrade their units. Massive army, 12 crossbows. Not many arquebusiers, but obviously he'll fill those out. And yeah, we see Strange as well has a very large army. And I would like to see Mage do what he was kind of doing earlier, just kind of like sneak around, be really annoying up here, and force a 2 on this side. Because Red Wizard still has a lot of units, even though if they're not upgraded yet, he has a ton of units. And he needs to get this knowledge income up. I think he should infinite queue knowledge scholars, and he has that literacy all available. Or just kidding, wrong person.
Strange has a literacy upgrade.
Alright, and we see a massive move from Strange, gonna move his whole army over. Probably going to attack Red Wizard here. Red Wizard does have a fort in the back. And let's take a look. Emerald Mage says in chat, I can age soon. He is getting close-ish. Now, his economy is definitely struggling. Strange is now aging. Let's see if how close is Red Wizard. Red Wizard still needs more attacks. Yeah, I mean, this game is still very, very close. This massive army is still moving. Bombards and being upgraded. Elephant being upgraded. No arquebusier upgrade quite yet. Probably needs forces. Now we see a massive gunpowder army from Doko. Wow. This game is quite crazy. I think LAT still have the advantage. I think I would give them like a 75-25 advantage. They probably have a significant advantage, even despite one of their teammates dying. I think Nuts is just far behind, and both of the other players went despot. This game is very hard. Strange is moving with the entire army, units being upgraded, and Mage, he does have units. I don't really know where they went, but he can't stand a chance against this massive army. I would love to see Red Wizard either rotate or attack. And Nuts is finally medieval age. He's going to upgrade his units. He's still doing very poorly. We see the massive attack from Strange. Fortunately for the team of Rage, Red Wizard is Persians. He's just going to lose eco from this. He's not going to give a cap sack away. But this is a massive attack. No attrition or militia research. And on the other side, Emerald Mage is briefly going to lose the city, but they're going to try and double. Doko here. Doko is being sandwiched. He's actually getting flanked from both sides. This is a massive move. Can Rage take out this combined Gunpowder Age army with their Medieval Age army? Dogo's completely sandwiched, and he's eating units like crazy. Let's see what's going to happen. This is so many heavy infantry from Emerald Mage. This is one of the strengths of Iroquois. You can just kind of mass these units. Not really sure who's winning. Looks like Emerald Mage is getting destroyed. Dogo's army is completely in shambles. And so is Emerald Mage's. Emerald Mage is going to hold on to that city. On the bottom side, they are going to take the city Persepolis. For Strange, all these spies, and no cap sack bonus here. Nuts is gonna build Forbidden City somewhere. Where is way in the back? Yeah, I mean, overall, I still think LAT are in the lead here. We see some very nice, annoying raids from Nuts, just keeping. Trying to be useful. He's basically dead. I mean, he has no economy, but he's trying to be very, very annoying to his opponents, which is very nice with those few that he has. And Red Wizard and Emerald Mage were able to stave them off. Emerald Mage is aging now, actually, but they are still very behind. Red Wizard's economy is kind of cooked because this army took out the city. Are LAT gonna win this game being down a player for, like, at least like 15 minutes or something? I don't know how long it's been, but it feels like a really long time. Some wonky micro here. I don't really know what's happening. Monarchy finished for the Persian player, for the blue Persian player. Red Wizard's economy is trashed. He just has a bunch of units. I think he overmade crossbows. He's kind of infinite. I think he overmade crossbows. Emerald Mage has not that much economy either. I mean, plus 150 at this point in the game. This is when Senator really hurts. The lack of Senator really hurts. Nuts has a few spies here. Very nice spies. There's no... There's 4 explorers. Just kidding. I was gonna say there's no spies, but yeah, there's 4 explorers there. Yeah, this is not gonna work out so hot. And now we see Range is attacking from the bottom side. The momentum has swung completely in LAT's favor. Emerald Mage does have Monarchy, but he has no units, basically. Look, he has some units, but now Doko has built up second army again. Look, it's looking a little hopeless for for Rage, guys. The Red Wizard desperately trying to hold on. He's nowhere close to gunpowder. Against all these gunpowder units, I think he's going to lose this city and a much larger army from Strange. 7 spies still. These explorers, they're moving, they're not doing anything. City's about to go down, and it is captured, and that is the second capital captured, which means it's going to be a capital back in the favor of Range. You know, even a player down, they recognize, yeah, we can still win this, we're still ahead, and they are showing it here. They are crushing Rage right now, 2v3. And Rage, you know, they really tried their best, but unfortunately the double despot from their 2 players whose economies really didn't get hindered at all, has really hurt them this game. I think it's going to cost them this game, actually. I think if one of Red Wizard and Emerald Mage went Senator, maybe the game would be different. I mean, it's also possible they would have no units and they would have died earlier, but you know, this is unfortunate for them. Massive Persian army here, and Doko also has a massive army. See what Emerald Mage is up to. Emerald Mage does have a reasonable sized army, 4 bombards. It's probably not even enough to clear out this army, is it? Given how many spies Strange still has left over. And yeah, Doko is starting to move in, and Strange is starting to feel a second army in the top side, full of cavalry. Their economies are out of control here. Red Wizard's army is gone. He just left. Doko's gonna run into all of these units, I believe. Emerald Mage has not as many units here. If he can build some more, he might actually be able to split this. But Doko is pressuring here. He's keeping Emerald Mage's army off of everybody else. Yeah, I mean, the game looks really hard now for Rage. What are they gonna do? He's just light horses, light cavalry against a gunpowder bunch of mammoths. I don't know if they have any chance of winning this now. All up to Emerald Mage. If he can do some magic with his army, maybe. But he honestly doesn't even have that many units. Researching military 4 right now. Not pull further and further ahead. Science 4 for the Persian player. That's with all those bribes, all these spies bribed 4 elephants. 4 elephants for Nuts. His economy is still in shambles, and he doesn't have much army, but he is doing something. City is assimilated. Can Emerald Mage do something here? If he goes to Strange, he's just gonna get doubled, which is so good. Maybe if he snuck this city, if he snuck Persepolis, potentially be something. But now Strange's army is gonna sandwich Nuts here. Besides, Red Wizard no, he doesn't even have production. He's held in fast. So does the rest of Rage. Emerald Mage is gonna back up. He's gonna try his best to hold the line in the back there. Double Explorer for the side of Doko, so he can't even ambush to attack here. Looking pretty hopeless for the side of LAT, for the side of Rage. And well played to LAT. You know, they went in. They played this game for 20 minutes without a second player. And it looks like they're going to win this game. Strange has two armies that are both bigger than Nuts' army. And Strange is going to walk in and take the city of Azuno. Maybe bribe some of these elephants back, which would be kind of funny. What is Emerald Mage up to? Emerald Mage, his production is getting sieged, and he's desperately he's trying to wait for armor, I see him, to fight. Yeah, he's upgrading armor immediately. And yeah, it looks like LAT have run over this game. They're gonna take the city of Azuno here. Massive army for Strange. He's combined everything together. Yeah, I mean, Emerald Mage, he can't fight until he has armor. He's just waiting for this one upgrade. He needs it right now. But still, it's too late, I think. It's 2 minutes to... It's 1 minute and 30 seconds to recapture either of these cities for Rage. And Emerald Mage can't reinforce it all. He has a very large army. Seems they've accepted that Red Wizard is dead. You see Forbidden City placed here for Nuts. He's moved his capital here, actually, which is kind of funny. This doesn't... Moving your capital here doesn't really do anything. You know, and we do see Porcelain Tower being thrown down. Alright, here we see a massive army. Range is doubled on Emerald Mage, and Emerald Mage has to run. He's gonna lose units. And they're actually gonna call it right here. GG is called. LAT wins against Rage in game number 1. They're gonna take this game. When they were down 2v3 like most of the game. What a crazy game. I think this is probably like the craziest game number 1 we've seen thus far in this tournament. Thank you both teams for making this super exciting. Big props to Rage obviously for keeping it together. They looked super doom early on, but all this combat, all this fighting in the middle of the map really made a difference and extended the game to this long. Unfortunately for Rage, they weren't able to close it out, in the superior, relatively untouched economies of LAT were able to keep the game together for them. So that is going to wrap up game number 1 here. I'm going to go ahead and go back. That's going to wrap up game number 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to come back after a 10-minute break. LAT leads 1-0. LAT Legionnaires leads 1-0 against Team Rage. We'll be back again shortly. Looking forward to an exciting game. If that game wasn't exciting, I don't know what to tell you guys. See you guys in about 10 minutes. I'll also update the graphic in the meantime.
Alrighty, folks, let's get started again. Hey everyone, welcome back. This is ASC the Pair. We just saw a crazy game 1 of LAT versus Rage. If you guys didn't see it live, I highly suggest going back and watching it. That was a crazy game, super exciting. I had no idea who was going to win, so definitely go ahead and watch that. So, it did seem like LAT took an Indian LAT Legionnaires. Congratulations to them. We're going to start watching game number 2 now. Game number 2, Rage is able to pick which map they want. And so let's go ahead and jump back over here. Got game number 2 pulled up. Alright, game number 2. Welcome to game number 2 of LAT Legionnaires versus Rage here. This is ASC the Pair. Let's take a look at what the players are playing. This is Himalayas, chosen by Rage, given that they lost last game. Let's take a look at the players in their nations. So, on the side of Rage, we've got some changed players. No Red Wizard and no Nuts. It's Croissant and James Webb instead. James Webb is the Tier 2 player playing Americans. Emerald Mage was the Tier 2 player earlier, now it's the Tier 3 player playing Indians. And Croissant is the Tier 4 player playing Chinese. On the other side, for LAT, they've got, it looks like the same 3 players. So they've got the Tier 2 player playing for fun, playing Americans. Tier 3 player Doko playing Nubians, and Tier 4 player Strange playing Maya. Definitely interesting picks. The double Americans makes sense. Himalayas is very much a boom map, so lots of time to really get your economy up, go for a Wonder Rush. And the choice of both of Chinese versus Maya kind of makes sense also. I think like for LAT, they had Chinese banned, so they couldn't pick Chinese. Chinese is one of the nations that's, in my opinion, it kind of works better on a land map, like there's no water, but you still have science. The issue is when you get to Gunpowder Age, your light infantry kind of suck compared to the Arquebusier, weirdly enough, but it is how it is. You know, so I'm excited to see that Maya player always, Maya is a really strong nation. That quick start plus, you know, just in general, buildings cost less. Is really, really powerful, as well as your buildings being quite a bit tougher. And Nubians versus Indians, no surprise there. You know, I think LAT probably could have played Indians again. They played Persians last game, but, you know, an elephant nation again. But I think Nubians are also really strong. If you get to the right start, then they kind of explode, and, you know, they're really, really fast, and they're really good at booming. I honestly don't know how much I love Nubians on this map in particular. I think, like, because there's so many trees and like mountains and everywhere, it makes it hard for there to be more space so you can, you know, very easily get access to a bunch of rares. It is so powerful, you know, definitely never count a Nubians player out, especially if they start off with something good. And speaking of the Nubians player, let's go ahead and look at where the players are located. Alright, Nubians player, let's see, what do you got? They've got gems? They scouted anything? And silver. Okay. So in terms of early game rares, nothing insane. They're just missing horses and diamonds outside of Croissant's territory. And so now let's. Or sorry, this is wrong teams. So let's go through the teams. So on the side of Rage, we've got Croissant, the teal Chinese player, on the right side here. On the bottom, Emerald Mage in the kind of pockets there, the yellow Indians player. And on the left side, James Webb, the purple Americans player on the left wing. On the left wing for LAT, there is LAT Strange, the blue Maya player. In the pockets, the red Americans player playing for fun. And in the corner, on the other wing, Doko, the green Nubians player. So yeah, I think in terms of arrangement, I mean, both teams, I would say, are somewhat happy to be kind of split. I think in general, I think Rage has slightly better late game nations. I think Chinese is a slightly better late game nation than Maya, and so I think in general, LAT would prefer to be closer together. But I think LAT definitely has a slight advantage in that their Americans player, the kind of player you probably want to protect in these types of games, is in their pockets, right? And compared to Emerald Mage, who's compared to James Webb, who is on the wing. You know, this this game, it looks, I mean, this almost looks like a standard map spawn if you've ever played Himalayas standard. I mean, everybody's like very split openly together, you know, like all like roughly the same equidistant apart. And so I think obviously Rage would have preferred if their Americans player was in the corner. Let's take a look at some, first let's take a look at the runes bonuses. Looks like Croissant is leading with 125, but everybody else is like doing reasonably. Himalayas is one of those maps that's kind of hard to scout. Let's take a look at rares. So Doko, I'm going to use for the fact that Doko's a Nubian's player, has a market already. They've got, on the side of LAT, they've got gems, they've got wool, they've got silver. In the center, there's relics and sugar. And then they've also got silk, salt, cotton, and peacocks over there, and tobacco, but those are like kind of more contested. In the center of the map is Pappy, as well as spice. There's also bison and marble to contest over here. So let's look compare to rares. They've got citrus, whatever. Horses, I think they would be copper. There's bison, furs, which is very nice rare, as well as dye, tobacco. Yeah, I think in general, there's a diamond somewhere. Yes, there's a diamond. That's what I missed it. Croissant, they also have a diamond. I actually think the rares are pretty even this game, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, like, LAT has some excellent rares. You know, they've got silver, they've pretty much got sugar and Pappy, sugar and relics, I mean, sorry, not Pappy. And those are both very, very nice rares. And they've got a couple other good ones too. They've got silk as well. Silk is an excellent rare. They've got salt, which is pretty good. But on the side of Rage, I mean, they've got like diamonds, they've got horses for their Indians player, they've got 2 library rares, furs and dye. Dye probably being the worst of the library rares, but still not bad. You know, I would say rares are fairly even. The thing to note is the number of knowledge rares. So let's take a look and count. The game's gonna be a little bit slower, so we have time to count. They've got, on the side of Rage, they've got 1 knowledge rare, 2 knowledge rare, that's tobacco and dye. Wine is 3. Okay, yeah, they've got 3 knowledge rares. On the other hand, LAT have gems. They've got 1. They've got relics, which is another 2. They are also at a +3. Okay, so actually it's pretty even. Yeah, I mean, I think this is pretty even. Looks like Emerald Mage is gonna sieve over here. And yeah, it looks like everybody has gone for Commerce 1, Civic 1, like. Emerald Mage being very fast, as well as Croissant. Okay, so have they scouted diamonds? Yes, they have. Have they scouted most of their? This one in the center, which is fine. Not the end of the world. I think this game is going to be largely determined by if, you know, in the late game anyways, if LAT can control this Pappy. If LAT can control this Pappy, it's going to be huge for them. But obviously, if Rage can control the Pappy, then it's going to be really, really big for them as well. They're going to sieve on top of tobacco here, which, well, choice. Yeah, I mean, this game is obviously a lot slower. I mean, this is the nature of Himalayas. All the players are super far apart. They all have reasonable wood. Nobody needs to walk anywhere. And so their economies are always going to be really decent. You know, it's going to be a slower game for both sides. We see Playing for Fun is going to build a city here. So it looks like they're kind of mirroring, not anti-mirroring each other. What's the word? Because Emerald Mage has their second city here, the Pocket Player, whereas Playing for Fun has their second city here. On the right side, so left versus right. Yeah, I mean, this game looks like pretty even so far. You know, we'll have to see who has the advantage. If we take a look, let's look at economy. Look at resources gathered. Doko is doing the best by far. I mean, this is part of the power of Nubians, just having a loss of wealth, but obviously their food is a little lower as a result. And this game looks pretty, you know, pretty similar thus far. They actually sent each other some resources. I'm not really sure how that happened. But usually sending resources in like this sort of team game at a big expense with no commerce is... You know, I think this game for me is most importantly gonna determine how I view Chinese as a nation, because I feel like Chinese is, like, people kind of feel like it's good, but I'm not super in love with it as a nation in general. You see a barracks coming out of Croissant. That's an interesting choice. Sometimes you want to make the barracks first in this map. Sometimes you want to make the market first. We'll have to see how each team has done scouting-wise for their opponents. They've basically seen, like, nothing. We'll scout over there. I mean, they haven't seen very much at all. On the other side, LAT have done an excellent job of scouting opponents. They see a lot more. They haven't seen diamonds yet, but they do see horses for the Indian player. And they haven't seen... I don't think they've seen the furs, which is back here. This is one of those maps where it's possible to do some weird and wonky library text. We do see here Rage is gonna take control of this Pappy for now. They're gonna guard it with a couple of units. Very wise choice from them. This is one of the few contested rares, I would say, that's possible for their opponents to contest. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to see what the movement is for any raids incoming, early raids to take damage. So far, I just see Bowman being made. Oh, there is a Slinger and a Hoplite for the Maya player. And Playing for Fun is going to skip Military 1 and going to go for that Colossus. Actually doesn't have enough wealth for it yet. I'm not actually sure what they're going to build. Maybe they just want to go for a quick age. Compared to the other... So the Indian player has Civic 2. What does James Webb have? James Webb went back for Science 1 and is now going to click up on the age. Now, I'm curious what Playing for Fun's going to go for here. Usually when you age up like this, you want to have enough wealth and for a Colossus. And, you know, so rarely Hanging Gardens. Hanging Gardens is generally seen as the worst one. But yeah, this is silver. He's about to have enough timber, so it looks like he will throw down a Colossus here. Take that Colossus away from the other Americans player, and James Webb is going to be stuck with Hanging Gardens. I mean, not stuck. You're still very happy with Hanging Gardens. And Colossus is thrown down there. So Playing for Fun's going to take that Colossus away from the other Americans player. Very nice for them. Colossus is one of the best rares for... one of the best wonders, obviously, for Americans. I would love to see James Webb throw down Hanging Gardens right now. Obviously, it's a little bit more expensive. Costs crucial food, kind of need. And yeah, Hanging Gardens is thrown down. Oh, but it's started first by Doko, so James Webb is not going to be able to auto-complete it. And instead, he actually cancels it, and is going to just build pyramids instead. Big yikes for fans of Rage here. Not quick enough on the draw, James Webb there. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if actually if they maybe can raid this or contest it somehow. They really don't want to give Hanging Gardens to the Nubians player. That player is already going to have a injection of knowledge due to how, you know, they get more resources from their rares. You can see a plus 15 from this Gems merch. More knowledge from their rares, so they're going to have free knowledge, essentially. But still, this game's very close thus far. Very curious what they do on both sides. I actually would like to see them be aggressive on the bottom side for the side of Rage. They're against a lone Maya opponent, and both the other players went for wonders. And on the top side, I mean, the Chinese player, you can kind of play defensive. The good thing is your light infantry, especially in the medieval age, are pretty good against crossbows. And so you can kind of like sit back around your towers. You have pretty good range. Your units are much cheaper. They don't cost wealth because they cost food instead. Kind of take advantage of that. Emerald Mage is aging now. That's skipping Civic 1, or going for a second Civic. Now going back for classical age. This is one of those moments where you kind of wish you were the you wish you were a Persians player instead. It's one of those rare moments. And so I'm a little bit surprised that they didn't pick Indians for the last game and Persians for the game. But you know, it is how it is. Looks like Doko's Hanging Gardens is gonna go uncontested. Yeah, the scores are neck and neck so far. It's really anybody's game at the moment. See what the Maya player is up to. Already has a tower and a temple, very nice.
You know what I'm looking at the most here is this knowledge collected. This is going to be one of those things that, unless there's strict military might, you know, there's going to be a lot of you know, a lot of focus on aging up and teching. You know, getting to the gunpowder age, obviously the medieval age, and also the gunpowder age faster than your opponent. Would like to see James Webb. What's up here? So they're building over to the. Looks like LAT have not scouted that ice there, and neither have Rage. Rage actually have not scouted their opponents. You see a couple light cavalry side of Strange. Strange, you know, kind of building up the economy. You can see a single citizen already sent over for playing for fun. The things that you do on these kind of like larger maps where it's harder. Good to make sure you have a citizen. If you ever needs help, you can always build production on that side. A massive knowledge income already for Doko. 115 helped significantly by that Hanging Garden. I mean, it's basically the same as, you know, Chinese player, except the Chinese player does not have that Hanging Garden. See some light scouting / raiding from Strange. Has there been a unit killed this game? That's what I'm sure there have. Yeah, Strange has lost one. Killed one. Coming here. Senators scouting around. Very quiet game number one. These 3 cavalry from Strange are basically going to do some work, hopefully, for them, but begin starting to burn in attrition. I'm not sure attrition this is. James Webb. Yeah, let's take another look at that knowledge income. That's going to be the main thing to keep an eye on. Yeah, Doko has skyrocketed to the top. Emerald Mage still doing very well for himself. Sorry, no, wait, that's wealth. Knowledge. Yeah, Doko is doing the best with 325. Everybody else is kind of doing all right. Strange and James Webb are kind of trailing. And can they raid this horses with 3 horses? Looks like yes, they can. There's nothing defending it here, so no tower on the side of LAT, or on the side of Rage, so they're going to be able to clean up these horses, no problem. Like making cataphracts and light horses for croissant, so there's really no way to clean up these horses. Oh, this is Doko's senator. Never mind. Okay, yeah, these horses are toast. Well played from the side of. Looks like they haven't scouted this wine yet for Rage. This is important rare, both because there's going to be lots of 8 up in this game, and also because it's a knowledge rare. It's plus 10 knowledge, cheaper than a scholar. Wonky micro here, probably still going to lose this. Unfortunate there, is going to lose 1 light cavalry, but these 2 light cavalry are still alive, and they're going to still keep raiding. They've pinged out peacocks, and James Webb is going to start raiding some raiding of his own. There's a single elephant all the way back here. Where this elephant? I don't even know. They don't have any merchants there. Here's where the elephant goes. Very slow game thus far. This is different from the game before. Let's see. I have 7 scholars for Doko. Doko, 165 knowledge income. Gain knowledge income. Alright, I must have missed knowledge rare. Happening over here. Okay. And a tower is going up for croissant to check their thing there. I want to know where did these horses? They're just being super annoying back here. Here from James Webb, Unfortunately, starting to burn in attrition, but does have a single catapult. Emerald Mage has some forward, but also burn attrition. Let's take another look at the knowledge income here. Knowledge income, still Doko in the lead. LAT looks like they are a little bit ahead. Croissant is doing the worst thus far. Only has 7 scholars, should make some more. Let's just... But I was instead actually gonna make units here. Very interesting. They spam lots of units. Love to see the knowledge income go higher. I mean, you have all this wealth. The advantage of Chinese is you don't have to make crossbows. You can make light infantry instead. That'll save you lots of wealth. Doko is the first to age. No surprise there, being the one with the knowledge, and playing for fun has ton of population to play with. Gonna go for commerce and also finish science too. You know, it is kind of up to Rage to make things happen, because ultimately LAT have the two really good ones. They have Colossus and they have Hanging Gardens. They are the ones that